If you watch my weekly live videos, about 3 weeks ago, I discussed the economic strategic plan that the city of Fort Collins is considering. And our council member, Kelly Olson, suggested that he doesn't want to see electric earth movers. He doesn't want to see earth movers. And I was just shocked at that comment. Essentially, a no growth mentality. Not that he's against people moving into Fort Collins in and around Colorado, but that is the only way that is going to save the environment. That population growth is not going to contribute to a better climate change. But that being said, Fort Collins, Northern Colorado, and Colorado continues to be a growth state, the 12th fastest growing state by numbers in 2022. But we don't expect these numbers to change or decrease. And on November 3rd, the state demographers did their presentation about what the forecasts are, our current population, economics, housing, and our future forecasts, which is a big driver to our economy. And that's what this video is going to talk to you about, that state demography presentation. My name is Patrick Soukup. This is the Living in Fort Collins YouTube channel. Thank you for joining. We talk to you guys everything there is to know about Fort Collins, Northern Colorado, eating, sleeping, playing, and population demographic expectations. Now, if you're considering a move to Northern Colorado or Fort Collins, give us a call, text, or email. We'd love to assist you. We've helped over 100 families move and relocate to the Northern Colorado area. We, in my opinion, have become experts in that regard. So if you're buying, selling, or investing here in Northern Colorado, give us a call. Hope to talk to you soon. Now, that being said, let's jump into today's video. Now, our population in Larimer and Weld County, Northern Colorado, and along the Front Range continues to be a growth area. 28 counties, I believe 28 counties actually saw population decreases, but you see along the Front Range, kind of these economic hubs and drivers are continuing to see net migration, inflows, and growth along those areas. Northern Colorado, Larimer County, and Weld County, currently, right around between 350 and 330,000, 350 for Larimer, 330 for Weld County, are expected to grow pretty substantially over the next 30 years. But they are great net migration areas for people looking to have jobs. Which jobs are a huge indicator of the health of an area. Are jobs growing, increasing, unemployment rate, and we're seeing strong growth in our professional services, sciences, accommodations, food services, comparatively to maybe our little bit of a retail. Our retail is still very strong, but we had a flop of our professional services, tech, and science taking the highest amount of jobs in 2022 versus 2020. So we will continue to see that kind of change and people being able to work from home. These tech sectors, science, high paying are what is needed in a higher cost state for cost of living, or specifically in housing when you get into Colorado. We're expected to see about 30,000 new jobs each year, not necessarily keeping up with the net migration numbers of about 40,000 people per year, but we are expected to keep up with the retiring individuals. In fact, over the next 5 years, we're expected to see 200,000 individuals retire in the state of Colorado, but we should have enough individuals to fill those roles. But when people move here, when people come to find work, they need a place to live. Our housing costs are not going to get any less expensive. The cost to build, land, labor, materials, regulations, entitlements, they're not getting any easier, so new construction is definitely having a squeeze. 50% or more of houses are owner occupied with a value of their house of above $500,000 in the state of Colorado. And 25% of renters are paying more than $2,000 per month. Tight supply, high construction costs, strong demand, our net migration numbers, our new people moving here, new construction is not keeping up. And that's gonna definitely be a consideration for our housing costs. There's gonna need to be something that happens, whether that be technology, 3D printing, labor increases, we're able to do more with less. And these housing costs are only then going to see some sort of price reduction or an easing up of regulations and entitlement process. Rather than 36 to 48 months for a development to get going and get off the ground, make it back to the 12 to 24 months. Our water costs, those are huge. We're having these expenses that are not getting any cheaper, and our housing in Colorado is not getting any cheaper. Now, what about our population estimates? We still see, like I was saying, about 40,000 people per year moving to the state of Colorado. And in 2022, we saw our population reach just about 5.8 million people. The majority of that growth is happening along the Front Range. The rural kind of county areas are contracting. We're seeing those population numbers decrease, but we are expecting places like Northern Colorado, Larimer and Weld County. Like I said, 350,000 people and 330,000 people respectively is expected to get closer to 600,000 people for Weld County and 500,000 people in Larimer County. We're gonna see this transition shift of Weld County having more population than Larimer County. Now, Weld County is a bigger county, but one of their big, their metros is Greeley. In Larimer County, we've got Fort Collins and Loveland. Those populations are increasing. We saw places like Windsor have the highest amount of population of close to 2,900 people in 2022. Weld County was the fastest growing county in 2022. And places like Severance, Johnstown, Wellington, Windsor, Timnath was the fastest growing location from 2010 to 2022 with close to over 1,100% growth. Now, when you start out with around 500 people, it's a little bit easier to do that. Fort Collins had population growth of 19%. But as I just stated, we're expected to see Larimer and Weld County grow close to or above 1.1 million people by 2050. So as far as earth movers go, I don't think we're gonna see a reduction of earth movers, but possibly we can see those earth movers become electric. And a focus on our jobs, clean health sectors, clean energy, focus on those incubators, the Rocky Mountain Ionosphere, things of that nature that really are important to focus on the technology side of things, because Colorado is a wonderful place to live. It is a great place to raise a family, to retire, to go to school, go to college, all the above. And I don't necessarily people are going to think that, hey, I'd rather live in a place that sucks than a place that's awesome like Colorado and Northern Colorado. And with that, I'm understanding that there's going to be population increases, housing is going to be a little bit crimped, and then economically, we need to bring the jobs, raise the jobs, keep the jobs here in Fort Collins, Northern Colorado, Denver, Boulder, all the above. But that being said, the population, growth, expectation, demography, we are going to continue to see a slower growth that we had over the last 10 years, but continued growth in Colorado. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, never hesitate to reach out, comment below, give me a call, text, or email if you're considering moving. Again, until next time, take care.